These items sold in the last 24 hours. It is September 22nd, 2023. This book is the only Amazon sale I had in the last 24 hours, in the last couple of days on Amazon. This is a book that I listed back in 2021, and it sold for $5.99 plus shipping. So don't bother with this book. It's not a big profit book. I do have a fair amount of items on Amazon Merchant Fulfilled that are lower price that I would not put on there today, but slowly but surely they do sell off. So this is my only Amazon one, and I'm going to start here with this one, which is the lowest priced one that I sold on eBay. I had 6 eBay sales and 1 Amazon sale in the last 24 hours. So this one is from 2022, April of 2022. This was in a bulk buy, a local buy. Someone brought in some CDs to my store and I purchased them. And this is one that I put up, Patty Clark, I Love You. It's sealed, still sealed. Ended up selling it for the weird price of $5.33 plus shipping. I don't know why they offered that. It was going for $8.99. Decided to just take it because I've had it sitting for a long time. This is definitely not one that I would bother listing now, but it did sell. So I'm glad to get rid of and move on, or move these older ones out, lower profit ones out. So there's that one. Now we have John Wayne, True Grit, and some other movies. This one sold for $16 plus shipping. This is from that large, what do you call it? That large 2 separate 5-box CD donations that I got in the past months apart, and they were all soundtracks, classical, and jazz CDs. So this one, I don't remember exactly. This one is one of the ones I think that I listed more recently in the last couple of months. So this one sold for $16, took an offer for $16 plus shipping, and I still have a lot of those. A lot of those to sell. A lot of these CDs, not all of them, but a lot of them are from that those big donations of CDs. And this is a unique one. I've never seen this one before. Most of the soundtracks, movie soundtracks that were in this donation were unique, rare, different ones I've never seen before. So I put a good amount in my store, but most of them have gone on eBay. Do you guys know what this is? Well, if you're looking in the corner, you can see it's a laser disc. So it's not a vinyl record, even though it looks like it. It's the same size. It is a Duran Duran laser disc of, I presume, music videos, maybe just music videos. I don't think it's live performances, but I sold this for $15 plus shipping. I have these boxes specifically for this. You can buy these on eBay. They are nifty for selling or shipping records or laser discs or larger books, because they fold here in several different places. You can see they have a perforation there. So depending on how thick it is, you can decide which one you want to use. So I just bought a box of these here, another, because I just ran out. That's my last one, so about another 25. I do use them slowly over time to ship records, laser discs, and some larger, oddly shaped books. So laser discs, this came in a lot back in June 30th is when I bought it. It was a local buy. It was a guy that had a lot of VHS tapes. I talked about it in a previous video. Over 300 VHS tapes, many of them sealed. And he also had 2 boxes of laser discs, which I got for $100 for everything. And I've more than made my money back just on eBay alone. I've also sold some stuff in my store. Yeah, so I still have some more laser discs to go through or to sell. They're listed on eBay. So laser discs, I would look them up if you happen to come across them in thrift stores, etc., wherever you are, garage sales, estate sales, etc., especially if they are sealed or in great condition, because a lot of them do sell for decent money. This was not a big profit item, $15. I took an offer on it. I think I have it listed for $20 or $21.99, something like that, and was happy to get $15 for it because it is from a larger buy, as I mentioned. So definitely look out for them. it's kind of, you know, interestingly, probably a higher percentage of these than VHS tapes are worth some money. So keep an eye out for these. This one sold for $21.99. It is David Lanz. So multi-disc CD. It is also signed across the insert or artwork by the artist. So this is a CD you can't get that much money for by itself on eBay, but since it's signed, I believe it was the only one that was signed on eBay, I was able to get $21.99 plus shipping. So happy for that sale. This was in, oh, interestingly, this is my most recent Gaylord purchase. The one that I've probably mentioned, I believe. If I haven't, I have 5 Gaylords of CDs in my warehouse. I'm almost about halfway through one of them, and this CD came out of there. There's been a couple of signed CDs that have come out of that Gaylord, so hopefully there's more. It's great when something is signed, even if, and a CD as well, even if the actual CD with unsigned CD is not going for that much, the signed copy should usually go for some more money. And it did not take that long to sell. So $21.99 plus shipping. Always keep an eye out for signed anything when it comes to books and media. Here is my second what do you call it? Geez, I can't speak this morning. My second most profitable sale in the last 24 hours was Body of Proof with Dana Delaney, complete 3rd season. So if you come across this one, know that it goes for good money. For some reason, this season of this show goes for more than the other seasons. So I sold this for $34.99 plus shipping. I paid 75 cents for it at a thrift store on the 15th of September. So within a week, I was able to sell this. And I just listed it, I think it was sold the same day I listed it. I was not taking offers because I saw where the prices were, and I knew that I could get the $34.99. So the thing that's exciting about this for me is that I purchased it at a thrift store and it sold right away. So I don't, I get motivated when this happens, because I realize, well, if I were going to the thrift stores every day for, 3 hours, I could find some really good stuff being super picky. Assuming, of course, I'm going to the right thrift stores. Goodwill, it's not going to happen, but other thrift stores, yes. I did not find this in a Goodwill. This is one that I've been going to the last couple of weeks. Thrift store that has had a lot of great DVDs and TV shows. So was excited to get this. It was 99 cents minus 25% off. So yeah, just keep your eyes open. You never know. Even if there's a couple different seasons of a show, look them all up, because some certain seasons of certain TV shows will go for great money. You'd be surprised. I'm not familiar with Gene Wolfe, but apparently his signature is very valuable. This is the gem of the last 24 hours of my eBay sales, The Shadow of the Torturer. This is a book from, when is that? It's from 1980, and it is signed by Gene Wolfe. Whoops, it's back here, right on the title page. Apparently his signature is very valuable, because I sold this for $400 on eBay. That's right, $400. It's been listed for a little while, but it is the perfect example of a collectible book that, if you do your research, can go for high profit. So these are typically long tail books, signed collectible book, first printing, or first edition at least. I'm not sure if it's first printing, it might be that as well. But a first edition signed copy of a book by someone who did not sign that many books, or didn't sign this particular book that often, can be worth some really good money, especially if that author has a big following. This is one of the many books that came from that huge buy that I made, back in 2020, where I bought over 2,000 books. Many of them were signed, first editions, etc. And they came from the former owner of the bookstore here, which I will be opening soon enough. But he had a large personal collection of signed books. They were almost all exclusively science fiction books, fantasy, etc. And he had stuff that he had signed decades ago, all the way back, because some people will put the dates to the 70s and 80s, and many in the 90s. So this one went for $400. So again, when you're selling, if you're trying to get into selling books on eBay, a lot of the books that you can sell for high profit are first edition, first printing, signed, rare, vintage, etc. All those keywords. So when you come across a book out there and it's got the dust jacket and it looks pretty cool like this, take a look inside, see if it's a first edition, see if it's a first printing, and if you happen to come across ones that are signed, which I know are much harder to just find in a thrift store, but you'd be surprised. I don't find that many in thrift stores, but I have found some. But, you know, you can also do pickups and bulk buys from people. So yeah, this was the biggest one by far. It was one of my largest individual book sales on eBay in quite a while. Probably my biggest one this year. I'd have to go back and look. But I put it in my list of largest sales for the year. For sure, $400. I don't know how many other copies there are of this, so it's pretty rare. So keep your eyes open if you're getting into collectible books on eBay. First editions, first printings, and signed copies are the ones to look for. You don't have to know every single author, obviously every single book, but do your research and you'll be surprised what you find. All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Take care.